Okay, so to get our skeletal system started here, we're going to do a quick overview of the functions as well as some of the initial vocabulary that we need for this unit. So the skeletal system has several main functions. The first one is support. Skeletal system provides the structure for our entire body. It also functions in the area of storage, and that's probably not a surprise, especially the calcium. But you probably also don't think of the skeleton as storing fat, which it does. We have blood cell production in terms of white blood cells and red blood cells. They are made in the bone marrow. The bones actually protect things like our soft tissues and organs, for instance, our heart, our lungs, and even our brain. The last function of the skeletal system is movement. These are the levers, the bones are the levers that the muscles actually pull on that allow us to move in the ways that we do. So let's take a look at some of the other vocabulary that we will hit early on here. The first one is diaphysis. This is the central shaft of the bone that contains the marrow cavity. The bone marrow is the loose connective tissue that makes the blood cells that is in the marrow cavity. The epiphysis are the expanded portions on the end of the bone. So let me put together epiphysis and diaphysis for you here. Oops. Okay, so if I draw a bone, I know I'm such the artist, aren't I? All right, so there's a bone. This section here is the diaphysis. That is the shaft of the bone. Up here, those expanded portions, is the epiphysis. And we have another section here as well. Okay, the periosteum. This is the covering, it's a membrane that actually covers the outer surface of the bone. And the endosteum is a membrane that lines the marrow cavity as well as the other inner surfaces of bone that aren't necessarily exposed to marrow. Now, if you turn your page, you're going to see on the next page and a half, you're going to see 6 different graphic organizers. You are actually going to use the textbook to help you with this, and I do have some things to help you with this in the classroom. But what you're going to be doing is you're going to be looking at the characteristics of the different types of bone and how we classify them based on their shape as well as their type. You're going to be looking at some examples as well as some specific characteristics, and you'll also see you have a spot there for a picture for each of them. I have a sheet with those pictures that you will need to match up to complete each of the 6 graphic organizers.